Now, I'm not saying Vivo makes bad phones, but their current strategy of making flagship devices isn't on par with the industry giants like Apple or Samsung. Now, that's not to say Vivo is incapable of making phones that can compete with them. Obviously, they can make super high-end flagships, as we have seen time and time again. It's just that the way they market these phones is radically different, and it's not on par with something that a premium manufacturer who's known to the audience would do. And I'm talking about the way they sell their phones by marketing just one main feature. And recently the trend has been around their camera technology. They're making this incredible gimbal camera and whatnot, and they're trying to sell their phones only based on that feature. Now, while the rest of the phone is still a very high-end flagship, I don't think it's as polished as any other offering that you would get from known manufacturers. Well, the thing about these specialty features are that they are just a novelty feature that they'll quickly wear out after the first few weeks of using them. So once you're bored of them and once you've gotten used to them, then you'll start looking at the remaining phone. And that's when it falls on the rest of the phone to impress you or satisfy you on your purchase. I mean, it's not just a camera that you're buying, right? It's a phone and a camera together. And even though the camera is exceptional, the phone has to follow through and provide you the same premium experience. And I'm not just talking about performance. Now, Vivo's user interface, for example, has been pretty hated on for a very long time, and they know that. They have been making some improvements recently with their new Origin OS, but it's still very much iOS inspired, and while I like what I'm seeing, I still think that they have a rather long way to go before they establish themselves as a unique player. Now, they still make very premium phones, and they have made some ambitious strides like the Vivo Apex 2020. That phone was a very ambitious project, and they have showcased some pretty amazing technologies there. But still, I think you can answer for yourself. If I give you a choice to pick between a latest Vivo flagship and a Galaxy S21 Ultra or a iPhone 12 Pro, which one would you choose? Would you really pick the Vivo phone over those two? And the reason why you feel that way is because the other two manufacturers have kind of proven their ability to support their customers even after sales. And Vivo hasn't exactly done that yet. Even though they are part of the huge tech conglomerate named BBK Electronics, they are still yet to be known for one thing. I mean, their tagline said something like camera and music. I guess they are focusing on camera for now. They still have to evolve as an overall good phone maker than just a good camera phone maker. I believe that's what Apple or Samsung or any other company has done in the past. They gradually improved their user experience to a point where it has reached a saturation where everyone's happy with it, and now they're focusing their aim on something else like a 100x space zoom camera or something. While I think that is a pretty stupid thing Samsung is doing, at least they are free to experiment now because their phone is solid now. They don't have to worry about that being a loophole in the user experience. The One UI 2.0 is a solid interface, and same goes for Apple's iOS. Even though it's not for me, I know that there are many people who swear by their operating system, and it is getting slowly better as time goes on. Vivo is still seemingly dabbling around different fields and trying to see what fits well. I mean, once they introduce a gimbal camera and on the same model of another phone, they remove that camera. They introduce two different operating systems or two different UIs in the same phone. Like, the company seems very confused at this point, and rightfully so. I mean, every company goes through that phase. And I'm not blaming Vivo for experimenting. I encourage experimenting for all that counts. But I'm just saying that even though they are a premium camera phone maker, they are yet to be a premium phone maker all around. So I feel that's what Vivo should be doing now, kind of settling with their operating system or their UI to give our users the expected feel. For example, if a user is buying a Xiaomi phone, they know that it will be running MIUI and they know what to expect from it. So Xiaomi is now free to experiment with other things that can add to this user experience. Vivo is trying to do the same thing, and I applaud them for finally doing it, but I feel that they should have done this beforehand. I mean, FunTouch OS or whatever it was called never had any good reviews in my opinion. So yeah, I think it's a little bit of a late move, but hey, better late than never. Since Huawei has taken a major hit from the US companies now, Vivo is probably taking it as an opportunity to grow in China. I mean, Oppo had a stronger competition to Huawei compared to Vivo, so now they are probably looking at this as a chance to solidify themselves as a major player. I mean, they did have a comparatively good hold in China and India in the older days, but now since Xiaomi has grown a lot, I think they are trying to catch up with all these new features. Anyway, what do you think of Vivo? Are you using their new Origin OS, or do you like what you see? If all of them start shipping with Origin OS, would you consider buying a Vivo phone? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time. Cheers!